I'm on the top of Mount Avalon right now. And over there, you're looking at Mount Washington in New Hampshire. And this is Crawford Notch over here. And some other mountain over here. And over there. And that's the sun. Alright. So, the cheapest place in Korea. The cheapest place in Korea is called, and the cheapest place to stay in Korea is called the Jimjiban. And the Jimjiban is kind of like, it's like a sauna, sort of like spa type place. And, I mean, the cost, like, you could sleep over in these places. You can spend the night in these places. Or you can just use them for a few hours to shower up, clean up, and use the steam room. Or, you know, there's a lot of like hot tubs and different temperatures and stuff like that. And sometimes they put some herbs in it or something like that. And different pools. There's like hot rooms. And like warm, the floor's warm and stuff. And you can lie down. So, I mean, they cost anywhere from like 4,000 won to like 4,000 won to maybe like 10,000 won at the most. And the ones I stayed at, and you can spend the night there too. And again, you know, maybe 6,000-7,000 won. So that's like, I don't know, $6 or $7 maybe. So for a night, and they're pretty cheap. I mean, this really as cheap as it gets in Korea for sure. So if you're traveling, that's the cheapest place to stay. It'll be cheaper than a hostel. And, or, I mean, I'd recommend checking them out. I think they're kind of cool. Checking them out even if you're just like living in Korea, you know. Go to one for a day. Some of them are nicer than others, but they're all over the place. Just ask someone, you know, where's the Jimjiban? And they're pretty nice. Or they can be pretty nice. I have quite a bit of experience in Jimjibans. Actually, I stayed in Jimjiban for like 2 or 3 months in Korea. Yeah, I was kind of like in between jobs and basically without a home. So I was like homeless, and I was like living in a Jimjiban. So that was kind of an interesting experience, and I've been to quite a few Jimjibans. So basically, if you're planning on like going here to spend the night, definitely bring some earplugs, okay? Because yeah, I mean the situation usually, like sometimes you can get yeah, I think most of them you can get blankets and stuff like that, and they'll give you a blanket, pretty much sleep where you want. Some rooms can be dark. They're usually like they have rooms that are segregated for like, you know, the man and the woman, and then sometimes they have like co-ed rooms. Sometimes they have the really dark rooms, like pitch black rooms. Those usually aren't co-ed though. And so, yeah, you don't get, like, they might give you a few, people just sleep on the floor, you know. Maybe they'll put a blanket down and sleep on that. And of course everybody's barefoot. So, you know, so if you could sleep on like a pretty firm surface, then you'll do alright there, you know. And the floors are warm, and yeah, and sometimes, I mean, if you're not a sound sleeper, it could get to you. That's why because you know, someone might be next to you, like, you know, snoring or something like that. So, you know, it's good to bring some earplugs. And sometimes there can be a lot of people in one room, and sometimes maybe you can pretty much have a room to yourself. It just depends, you know. But yeah, that's the Jimjiban. It's pretty much the cheapest place to stay in Korea. So check it out. The other thing about the Jimjiban is you can get massage there too. Like, there's usually someone there doing massage, and this is kind of like separated. Like, you know, the guy will be doing the guys, and the woman will be doing the woman. And sometimes they use salt. They give you like some sort of salt massage. The other thing about the Jimjiban, they give you this uniform. Everybody has to wear a uniform. I remember girls wearing pink, and I think each place has their own sort of color coordination, but I remember the girls wearing pink and the guys wearing brown. So when you go there, like, they'll give you one, and yeah, it's a uniform, the Jimjiban uniform.